Every day in your garden, you and your plants are making choices. Are we gonna grow up or are we gonna grow out? And in this episode of the Daily Gardening Routine, that's exactly what we're talking about. How to train our plants to grow in the direction that we want them to. I'm the Big City Gardener, let's get to it. It's up to us, the gardeners, to train the plants to grow in the direction that we want them to grow. If we don't prune and train our plants to grow in the proper direction, we end up having to step over plants and with a reduced harvest. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about how growing vertically can save space, cut down on pests and diseases, and increase your yields. Training your plants to grow up instead of out helps your garden in so many ways. First, it helps increase the airflow. With increased airflow, we should have less diseases. Second, growing vertically means more sunlight on your leaves. And more sunlight means more photosynthesis. More photosynthesis usually leads to more fruits. Third, growing vertically just gives you more space. If I didn't have this tomatillo suspended here, it would take up this entire garden bed. But now I have more space where I can plant more things. Fourth, it just makes it easier to harvest. Now that I'm growing vertically and the fruit will be suspended in the air, it means that there's less chance for me to lose fruit to pests and diseases or rot. Not every plant wants to climb or grow vertically, but a lot of them will if you give them the chance. For plants like your tomatoes or your squash, you can use a cage. This will encourage the plants to grow vertically and help to keep the fruits off of the soil. For plants like cucumbers, pole beans, or peas, you can use teepees or a trellis. Now for plants like your pumpkins, your big squash, or your melons, you're gonna want a heavy-duty, sturdy trellis that can support the weight. This is probably one of the easiest things to incorporate into our simple 15-minute daily gardening routine. If I notice any plants or vines that need staking or guiding, I simply do it right then. Don't wait until your plants become unruly. A few minutes every day will keep your plants climbing and producing. Look, you don't need an hour. Spend 2 to 3 minutes a day training your plants as part of your 15-minute gardening routine, and you can keep things organized. Training your plants to grow vertically is just like pruning. If you do it daily, your plants will reward you with a bigger, better harvest. Not to mention, you'll never be overwhelmed with the task later on in the week. If you have a favorite trellis or way that you train your plants to grow vertically, make sure to drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss tomorrow's episode in the Daily Gardening Routine.